All right, we are live. What we're doing is we're doing another franchise interview, and this time we're doing it with a franchisee. We are on with HOCOA, and I'm going to let them explain what that is. That acronym is. So it's an acronym. So it's another one we got to learn as veterans, but it's okay. We've got Mark here with us. Say hi, Mark.
Hey, everybody.
One thing I want to do is I want to show everybody who you are, what you're doing, what's with HOCOA, and what it's like to really be a business owner, especially stepping out of a career. I kind of want you to describe your career too.
Okay.
I think that's going to give us a lot of information, especially as vets. Trying to figure out where we're at. If you're a veteran, trying to come out of the military and just kind of exploring stuff, this is a good way to kind of get some information, some crosstalk. I'm a home-based business owner. Mark's a home-based business owner with a franchise, HOCOA. So starts out a home-based franchise and can grow from there. So there's all sorts of stuff you can do. So take a look at this. Please feel free to comment, join in, call, whatever you want to do. All right. So, okay, I'm going to hand this over to Mark real quick. Let him introduce himself and tell us a little bit about HOCOA. All right.
All right.
You are on.
All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate the kind intro. As we were saying, HOCOA is an acronym. It actually stands for Homeowners Clubs of America. Although we really don't use that, we prefer to just call ourselves the Home Repair Network. We are not necessarily a home-based business, but you can certainly operate out of your home. And we have been around for over 20 years. Started in Charlotte 20 years ago. And
awesome.
What's that?
So that's awesome. It's a 20-year-old company. That's typically what you're looking for when you're looking at a franchise. You're looking at length.
Exactly. And the franchising aspect's been going on for over 14 years, I believe. So it started off in Charlotte. The story behind it is very interesting. The franchisor was looking to have his kitchen remodeled, called up contractor after contractor after contractor, and could not get anybody to return his phone calls. If they returned his phone calls, they didn't show up for an appointment. If they showed up for the appointments, he didn't get a quote back. And he was like, there's got to be an easier way. And he decided to take up that challenge where HOCOA works directly with the contractors, vets them, make sure they show up on time, make sure they're insured, and actually acts as your advocate with that contractor for the work that you need done at your home. So as the franchisee, my job is to go out, get those contractors, make sure they do what they're supposed to do, and work for the homeowners to get that process going.
Okay, that's cool. Looking at it though, you're trying to assemble. So what I get from it is you're trying to assemble like the perfect crew of contractors, and then get them organized, and then put them on schedules to make sure that no matter what type of job it is, if it's a large job, you work through that. Is that kind of how it works? So you work out the scheduling and create the perfect, nice little remodel crew. Is that what this is?
No, it's really less formal than that in the sense of what we do with the contractors. What we're doing is we're assembling a network of contractors that do all the different types of jobs. We're not really a general contractor, although if you need a general contractor, we have them in our network. What we're really doing is we are interviewing and vetting out a set of contractors and holding them accountable for doing the work that they promised to do for our customers. So if you think about it from a homeowner's perspective, we're taking the who do I call out of the process. They call HOCOA. I'll give you the scenario that's really easy to think about. You just buy a house, whether it's new or something that's already been lived in. You know you need to get the locks changed. You're going to want to get somebody to handle the yard. You want a handyman to come in and add some shelving in one of the closets. And there's some flooring that needs to be replaced. You can make one phone call to me or any HOCOA franchise, and I will have each one of those types of contractors give you a call and take care of the different things that you need. In other words, the locksmith will call to change out the locks. The flooring company will come out there to measure and give you a quote on new different types of flooring. the handyman comes out, so on and so forth. But that one phone call, I've got all of those types of contractors. They're all insured. They all respond to my message, and they call you, the homeowner. So again, as the franchisee, my job is to go out there and find those contractors, make sure that they are interviewed, vetted, and then I also follow up to make sure they're actually doing what they say they're going to do. Because if they don't, not only do they look bad to the customer, I look bad to the customer, or HOCOA does. So that's our main role, is to sit there and promise our contractors are going to do the work, and then make sure that they actually hold up that promise.
I like that. That's almost like being an NCO all over again. Man, that would be awesome, especially for us, a non-commissioned officer. Is that what that is? That's another acronym for the leader, the guy who works with all the soldiers. So what we're looking at, and why don't you tell us? Why don't you give us a little bit about your background and tell us how the heck did you become a franchisee? What did you go through? What were you thinking about?
Okay. Yeah, so my story starts with a corporate background, which a lot of franchisees have. I was 17 years in the logistics business with UPS, primarily corporate marketing. Got laid off from that job and took on a new logistics position, and got laid off from that within a year. So 2 Februaries in a row I was laid off, and I just felt like, gosh, I don't want to go back into the corporate world. The working for somebody else, not making a difference in terms of the end of the day, what's happening. Not that I wasn't contributing, but multi-billion-dollar companies are going to survive with or without me. My story is a little bit different in that my cousin, or second cousin, is the franchisor. So he reached out to me and said, hey, I've got an opportunity for you to look at. And so I did my due diligence, came up to Charlotte, interviewed him, some of his contractors, tried to understand what the business was about, how do you make money, all those types of things, and decided that this was something I wanted to do. And I've been doing it for over 4 years now.
Heck yeah, that's a way. And for those of you who don't know or couldn't figure out, I was prior military. I got out of the military and Army about 1.5 years, almost 2 years ago now. Man, I can't believe it's been that long. But and then a couple months before that, I was in Afghanistan. Just came home, and that's what a lot of us, Mark, are going through. If you're coming out of the military, you're thinking you're going to come out of the military. If you're coming out that I didn't want to be there, or my term's ending, and I got to find something. I got to find something in the civilian world on the opposite side of the tracks. If we're coming out of a long career, possibly even retirement, and going, okay, well, it's not going to be enough. Now I need to support myself. How do I do that? So that's kind of the way we see it. A lot of us see it. It's how am I going to survive this transition in my life? And it doesn't need to be that way, but there's a lot of benefits to doing it this way. We don't have 401ks, we don't have 401ks yet. It's going to be instilled for other military members now. They're trying to pass the bills to do it, and that'll be a good thing. But guys who've worked in the military or been in the military for some time, usually if you're coming back from a deployment or something like that, you might have just enough in a chunk of change and a good enough credit score where you can be able to finance this. Step in front of a bank and go, here's a 20-year proven business model. I want to step into that template, take that template, write a business plan with them. And now Craig, who's the owner of HOCOA Primary, yeah, and he just told me that they're offering at his expense a track coach or a career coach.
Okay.
Pretty much for the first year on his dime, which is crazy. I've never heard of that happening. And I thought that was kind of cool. And, we just got off the phone with him. And also he has a military committee. So he has a small council of military franchisees who are doing very well. A lot of them retired. But so I thought that was pretty cool too. And so that's exactly what we see, like when we're looking for things to do when we get out of the military. that's what some of the things that we're looking for. And that's why I think it fits in real well. But why don't you tell me a little bit, if you can, about the franchise and how it's doing,
Okay.
your area, how it works for your area, and how you kind of fit into it.
Okay. I'll even add to that some of the keys to success in being a HOCOA franchisee. But I'm based out of Atlanta. I handle the North Atlanta area. We're very excited over here because we've got a commitment actually starting up very soon for the South Atlanta area. So that helps me be able to refer business back and forth. And we're looking to add others in the Atlanta area because Atlanta is very large. But how it works on a day-to-day basis is you've got to split your time, just like always. You want to get members, people that are going to actually use the contractors, and then you have to go out and get contractors. So you split your time, but the truth of the matter is, to be successful, you have to be able to sit down in front of a contractor, present the business to them. It's not a very long presentation. This is what we do. This is how we expect you to treat our customers. And are you in? We charge this much, and if you would like to be a contractor, we'll sign you up on the spot. Got to be insured. Those are the main things. So you got to be willing to make phone calls, and got to be comfortable sitting in front of somebody and telling them about the business, seeing if they're interested, and then following up. Getting customers, there's a number of ways to do it. You can work through partners, referral partners, trade shows, civic events, chamber of commerce events, networking, just plain old networking.
Yeah, that's one of the things that most of us try and preach to vets getting out too is network. That's the thing to do, especially as a business owner. I imagine you can. Yeah, and how long did it take you to get cranked up? How long did it take to break even for you, if you don't mind?
I don't mind. I'm just trying to think it through. I don't know the exact amount of months, but I'll say it this way. We are, as franchisees, we're able to keep our expenses fairly low. So it really, you can be cash flow positive within probably 90 days, 6 months, easy. It's just a matter of going out there, hitting the pavement, and selling to the contractors. You bring the contractors on board. And obviously, there's a chicken and the egg thing. How do I get contractors if I don't have homeowners? But how am I going to service a homeowner if I don't have any contractors? The bottom line is, you go out, you get the contractors, they understand, you sign them up, you're going to bring them the business. When you're a startup, you have to cut some deals, or you have to do some promises in terms of when you'll bill them and stuff like that. But the bottom line is, you build that contractor base up quickly, and you're cash flow positive very quickly. And it's easy to keep your expenses down. That's why I work out of my house. Definitely use social media, email marketing. There's a lot of ways to build up the business. So I think it's 6 months as far as getting into the black.
You know what? That's awesome, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you hopping on today, kind of telling us a little bit about HOCOA, what it's about. It kind of confused me at first when I started looking at it, but as you start to look at how you make money or how you generate revenue in that business, it's actually very, very cool to see that works. It's a working system. It's been proven for a very long time.
That's right.
If you want to prove it works in your area, man, we'll sit down. If anyone wants to hop on me, do some market analysis, man, we'll knock it out. But anyway, Mark, I appreciate your time today. Everything that you've done, and for showing us a little bit what's going on. I did want to add one thing before we hop off, guys. I do this for vets, veterans helping veterans. It's what I'm all about. So just putting out the information. I'm even wearing my army stuff today. I'm wearing my army tee, my propaganda, my army propaganda shirt. That's what I'm wearing.
Propaganda on too.
Yeah, I saw that. But but what we're doing is we're trying to get out this information and expose a lot of these different benefits to business that you see being business owners and trying to step into it. So take it for what it's worth. Go ahead, comment on it, ask your questions. Even these guys, you want to ask them some questions, give me a call, shoot me an email, alex@stonefriend.com. My number, I'll post it for you guys. But long and the short of it is, if you have questions, ask them. Because the more you find out, the more you expose yourself to, the more you learn, the more you might start liking the idea of business ownership rather than the other. Me and Mark were just talking about this, a little bit ago. When I was coming out of the military and I found or stumbled upon franchising, really that's how you find out about it. The idea of being trained as a business owner rather than being trained as an employee really kind of resonated with me quite a bit. They don't need you to have experience in the industry. Some of them require that you don't. There's thousands of them out there. Not all of them are great. Some of them are good. Some of them are bad. Some of them are indifferent. But you're looking at trying to find the right ones. That's what I do as a consultant. Just trying to help you find the right one. I'm free, so that works. But looking at it, and if you look at it from the franchisee's point of view, you're looking at, well, I have to pay royalties. Yeah, you do. You're paying royalties, and Mark can even back this up.
Yeah.
Paying royalties for the support and the system that they give you. And that's why you're successful. I mean, come on. If I'll make that deal every day of the week. If I have to trade just to get cash flow in the door, I'm gonna give somebody my cut.
Can I add something about the royalties?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So one of the things about HOCOA is it's a flat fee. It's not a percentage. So the better you do, the less of a percent of your income is taken away by the royalty. Plus, by having a flat fee, there's no auditing of the books. There's none of that headache coming from the corporate office. So it's a very franchisee-friendly business model that HOCOA has established.
Yeah, again, exactly. I mean, one of the things that I was just told this too. You know what, HOCOA, he's willing to show you the system before you ever sign a franchisee. As a franchisee, make sure that you can do it first. He'll literally walk you through how to do the system and do it before you ever sign a franchise document. Make sure that you can do it.
That's right.
Keep that in mind too. I have not ran across a franchise yet that's willing to do that. So just keep that in mind, guys. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. What we're going to do is we're going to hop off now. I'm going to round up. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate everything. Thanks for watching Franchise Talk. Please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to like and share us on social media. We are committed to assisting you so that you find franchises without the frustrations of internet searching and sites selling your information before you even get a chance to talk to franchises. If you want to simplify your life and have someone to facilitate your information collection, I'm here to be your personal resource and one-on-one coach. If you would like to be a guest on the show, to ask franchise bigwigs questions, or contact me for franchise support, check out for my contact information below down in the description. Thanks for watching.